Let's do some Dynasty,
Yes.
guys, because
Yes.
this, I think I have two episodes to talk about, but the most recent episode, I'm not sure if it's two episodes. I don't know. But the most recent episode, Blake and Ben go to court. And if there's one thing this show does well, it's go to court. It's so ridiculous and fun. And I don't want to get into the intricacies of the court case because I don't know if I could explain it. I don't know the law. But it was so juicy and really good. And of course, Fallon helps. She always has like this moral conflict with her father, right?
Mhm.
Like she knows that he's done bad things, and she learns about more horrible things that he's done that she didn't know about. And it's some of the funniest stuff that Liz and Grant got to do. I think of the whole series in this actual episode. It was just really funny. Um, but she always comes out on the other side of these moral dilemmas with like helping her dad. And it's something that I really need to think about because it's it says a lot about her character that she would help her dad through these things. But she likes to she values the truth more than anything, and she saw the truth, and it was about more than helping her dad. It was about protecting their dynasty and image and being like, no, that's not what happened. I was there, listen to me. But oh my god, the whole episode, Liz was on fire. I sent you guys the clip of her getting on the stand, the greatest 5 seconds of the entire series. Um, but also Charisma Carpenter was in the episode and she was amazing. Didn't have a huge role, but she walked into that courtroom like an icon, the icon that she is. It was so good. I don't know. I love this show so much, guys. And I just there's something to be said about a show that you can turn on and no matter what it does, you know that you can unplug your brain and it's gonna deliver no matter what happens, no matter if you like the characters or what the story is. Like you can be invested and you can just enjoy 45 minutes. That's what the episode was for me. And they did a lot of not to keep babbling on, but they did a lot of like circling back to things that had happened in previous seasons, like before Anders. Ooh, that's a spoiler. I won't go there, but Kirby comes into a little black book of the Carrington family secrets, and let's just say Alexa stole that book and provided it to Ben. Oh, it was just so juicy, guys. It was amazing, just like soap heaven.
That sounds great. I know I say this every time you talk to us about when you catch us up on what's happening on Dynasty, but it really does seem like they use their warning really well. I mean, because this, you're like the circling back, that's a series finale sort of thing where if it's your
Mhm.
final season, so you know you're going to keep seeding things into the season, so stuff starts making even more sense in the grander
Mhm.
scheme of things. I mean, like kudos to them for
I
using the time
know.
wisely.
I am really concerned about Fallon's baby because there's a development with Adam. I just like love to hate the guy.
Right.
He kind of hits it off with the surrogate, and I'll go there. In the final scene, Fallon walks in on Adam and the surrogate kissing, and she hates this man so much, and it's just like another thing. She's like, really? So I'm like worried about where they're going with the surrogacy storyline because I really want it to work out for Fallon and Liam. I don't want them to be like, JK, Stacy was never pregnant and Adam got her pregnant or something. Like, I don't know. I'm just like crossing my fingers. I know it's gonna be like a wild soap opera ride, but I'm just hoping it's not as wild as I'm imagining.
Mhm.
Please no. Like,
How
I
many
just
episodes
feel
do they
like
have
that.
left?
I think this was 16 or 17 of 22.
Okay. It's
Yeah, but
good
they're
to
gonna
know
be
that.
off until August, so I'm getting my dynasty time in now while I can.
Yeah, I have to say, now that I'm more caught up on it, and we'll get into that later, but now that I'm more caught up on it, you're so right when you say that courtroom drama. The season three infamous court episode was mind blowing, and your analysis of Fallon and Blake's relationship of how she always is conflicted when it comes to fighting for him or against him. Oh, soap drama beauty. And
Yeah.
It's weird to hear you talk about it now and know where I am and catching up. And yeah, it sounds like it gets even more bonkers as it goes on. And I can't wait.
They've done a really good job, I think, where you are in season 3. That was like maybe the most bonkers, and then season 4 they scaled. I've said this before, but the season 4 they kind of scaled back and got to a more like character driven place, and that's kind of carried over and meshed well with getting back into like bigger, more like crazier storylines in season 5. So it's really I don't know, it's really funny to see how Fallon continues to have these like vulnerable moments with her dad. Like that's been the through line through the whole series is Fallon and Blake, and seeing how that's changed from like the huge moments to like smaller moments to again like huge high stakes moments. Um, but yeah, it's a really great part of what is now the final season. And it'll be great to see where it ends up, like where they land in their relationship and where Blake ends up because he's done a lot of bad things.
Yeah, in typical soapy fashion, you root for him anyway. So I'm really eager to see how it all wraps up for him because he has been portrayed as the villain of the piece quite often, but at the same time, he's a villain you can kind of root for because he's always Fallon's obstacle. So yeah, I'm really eager to see how a show like that wraps up for everything, every character, because no matter how bad they are, you still kind of love them.